Hello, I welcome to UPSC Prelims Chaturya series of SHANTHA LAKSHMI IAS Academy, where we will discuss the daily prelims MCQs from the Hindu, Indian Express and PIB. Let's begin. The first question. Consider the following statements regarding the CCARES. It is an autonomous organization under the aegis of the Ministry of Information Technology. It is a web portal designed by the Center for Development of Advanced Computing. The portal aims at digitizing the records of the ministry. How many of the above statements are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. This was in news recently. Is the web portal for Coal Mines Provident Fund Organization working under the aegis of the Ministry of Coal. The portal is developed by the Center for Development of Advanced Computing and a R&D organization under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. The portal marks a significant leap in the organization journey of the CMPFO, aiming to address the long-standing issue of digitizing its records and works process. Coal Mines Provident Fund Organization is an autonomous organization under the aegis of Ministry of Coal. CMPFO was established in the year 1948 for administering the Provident Fund and Pension Scheme for the purpose of providing social security to the coal sector workers. At present, CMPFO process settlement claims of Provident Fund subscribers and the pensioners manually. With launch of the portal, settlement of PF and the pension claims will now be processed and settled online. It will facilitate faster processing, transparency in operations, better record management and monitoring. It will also instill confidence in the subscribers and pensioners. So the answer is only two, because it is an autonomous organization under the aegis of Ministry of Coal, not Ministry of Information and Technology. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements with respect to Lakshmi Madhavi scheme. To financially empower women in rural areas and promote their entrepreneurial spirit, participants in the scheme must be active members of self-help groups. Which of the statements given above are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. The Union Finance Minister announced the expansion of the Lakshmi Madhavi scheme in her interim budget speech with the aim of creating 2 crore women entrepreneurs in villages. The interim budget proposes to increase the number of beneficiaries to 3 crore from 2 crore. Lakshmi Madhavi scheme launched in 2023. The main aim of this scheme to financially empower the women in rural areas and promote their entrepreneurial spirit. The main key features of this scheme: women members of existing or newly formed SHGs in rural areas, and participants in the scheme must be active members of self-help groups. The documents required for this scheme: domicile certificates, Aadhaar card, ration card, proof income and the bank details, financial assistance, interest fee loan of rupees 5 lakh per SHG for initiating or expanding income generating activities. The skill training, skill development programs in various areas like tailoring, food processing, animal husbandry, etc., based on local need and market potential. The market linkages of this scheme connecting SHGs with the market through fairs, exhibitions, and digital platforms. So the answer is both 1 and 2. Moving to the next question. Dantai Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary is recently seen in the news is located in which state? Option A, Karnataka. Option B, Maharashtra. Option C, Kerala. Option D, Tamil Nadu. Recently, the Tamil Nadu government has declared 80,114.80 hectares for reserve forest in Burger Hills in Herod district as the Dantai Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary. About this wildlife sanctuary, this region is a part of the corridor that connects the Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve to the Malay Mahadeshwara Hill Tiger Reserve and the Kaveri Wildlife Sanctuary and plays a crucial role in maintaining a viable tiger population. These forests occupy a prominent position in the Eastern Ghats as they merge with the Western Ghats at the Nilgiris. The vast landscape is home to diverse flora and fauna, making it an ideal habitat for various life forms. The landscape is interconnected to the Kollegal forest of Karnataka and the Nilgiris, creating one of the most diverse habitat in the region. It is one of the tiger corridors identified by the National Tiger Conservation Authority. The region is also a part of the Nilgiris Elephant Reserve and is home to a healthy population of large herbivores, including elephants and the Indian gaur. Also, the landscape is the catchment of the Palar River that drains into the Kaveri River and is a crucial source of water for agriculture activities. It is also of a cultural and historical significance to the tribal and local communities who depend on this ecosystem for their livelihoods and traditional practices. So the answer is B, Tamil Nadu. Moving to the next question. With reference to the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund, consider the following statement. It is a centrally sponsored scheme to promote export and increase the export contributions in the milk and the meat sector. The scheme will incentivize investments in veterinary vaccine and the drug production facility. How many of the above statement are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. The Union Cabinet, chaired by the Prime Minister of India, approved the continuation of the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund to be implemented under the Infrastructure Development for another 3 years, up to 2025 to 2026. About this fund, it is a central sector scheme. It has been approved for the incentivizing investments by individual entrepreneurs, private companies, MSME, farmers, producers, organizations, and Section 8 companies to establish the dairy processing and value addition infrastructure, meat processing value addition infrastructure, animal feed plant, setting up a veterinary vaccine and drug manufacturing facilities. And the main objective of this fund to help the increasing of milk and meat processing capacity and product diversification, thereby providing greater access for unorganized rural milk and the meat producer to organize the milk and meat market. To make available increased price realization for the producer, make available quality milk and meat products for the domestic consumers, to promote exports and increase the export contribution in the milk and the meat sector, to make available quality of concentrated animals feed to the cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat, pig and poultry, to provide balanced ration at affordable prices. So the answer is only 2 because it is a central sector scheme. Not centrally sponsored scheme. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements regarding manatees. There are 3 species or types of manatee that is Amazonian, African and Caribbean. All 3 manatee species are listed as a least concerned by the IUCN's Red List of the Threatened Species. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 or 2. This was in news recently. A record number of manatees converged at Florida State Park recently. About manatees, manatees are the large aquatic mammals and sometimes they are referred to as the sea cows. They belong to a group of animals called Sirenia. This group also contains the dugongs. Dugongs and manatees are very similar in appearance and behavior, but there is one key difference: their tails. Manatees have a paddle-shaped tails and dugongs have a fluffed tails, giving it a whale-like appearance. The habitat of these inhabited shallow, marshy coastal areas and rivers. There are three species or types of manatees: the Amazonian manatee, and African manatee, and the Caribbean manatee. The features of these adult manatees may reach length of 15 feet and the weight of 1660 kilograms. Female tend to larger and heavier than the males. Dull grey, brackish and brown in color, all three manatee species have stout tapered bodies ending in a flat rounded tail used for forward propulsion. The conservation status of these manatees, all three manatee species are listed as a vulnerable by the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. So the answer is one only, because all three manatee species listed as a vulnerable by the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, not least concern. Thank you. This is the today's session.